Hello, and welcome to this week's Monkey Nut Punch podcast with me, your fabulous host, Inglorious Mono, from a secret location somewhere in the UK, and Keith. Hello, Keith. How you doing?
Hi. Sorry.
Wow.
he won't say where he is because then I can make lots of jokes.
I can make lots
And
of
he
jokes
knows I
about
have
where
some.
you are too. You know that, don't you?
Yeah. We could. Yeah. You're right. But well, no, I'm not going there.
Yeah. I told you, mutually assured destruction, my friend.
Anyway, how you doing, dude?
I'm all right. I've got some time off, and I'm just sitting in a room in part of the UK, and it is pissing down with rain outside. Ah, joy! I brought my sunglasses with me. That was fucking optimistic. Um, but hey,
Considering where you were going, I'm not sure why.
usually it's quite sunny around about this time of year. I'll be honest with you. But hey, it's one of those things. But I need the time off, and if for the people listening, I put this out late because I wasn't by my computer, so I had to use my laptop, which is not as good. So hey.
That's fine. At least you have a mobile platform. It doesn't sound too bad. Did you go and see Project Hail Mary?
No, I'm going to see if I can see it Tuesday. I forgot I had a lot on that week, and I mean I had a fuck ton on that week. I didn't go to the gym. I had so much stuff on, and I need to go to the gym. I need to go to the gym. It's not a want or this, that, the other. I need to go to the gym because I will fucking balloon up like a big old fat. I look like you.
Fuck you.
But no, I think I might drag my father-in-law out to go and see it while I'm here, and my mate Malcolm too, so we can go and watch that in the local cinema, which is over 100 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good movie to go and see.
Yeah, everyone said it's a good feel-good movie. I watched that interview that you sent me with Andy Weir and the Critical Drinker, which was lovely.
That's brilliant. That interview was really, really good. Actually, if you're watching this, I highly recommend that if you have ever read any of Andy Weir's books, go and check out the Critical Drinker's sort of interview with him. It is genuinely really good. I like the guy quite a lot, and I think I like. I mean, I like him as an author, but I think I liked him as a person, and the way he came across, he was really cool. Really not judgmental, but doesn't like New Trek. Which I love. That made me giggle.
Yeah, he's quite a genuine person. And what was it? It's like Star Trek has inspired loads of people, apart from the new stuff. That's a great comment. Anyway, we got stuff. We watched a load of stuff recently. We'll talk about it later. But I think the first thing we'll do is we'll go into our first news story.
Say, hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
Yeah, something isn't right. I've got my fucking screen just turned itself off. Oh, and it moved! Oh, you bastard.
Oh, no.
Right, sorry. No, that's the wrong story. Sorry, I usually have two screens, so it's easy to go in here. Anyway, the truth might be out there again as the new X-Files reboot from Ryan Coogler taken a major step forward, with casting now underway for its pilot, including Himesh Patel in the lead role. This isn't just another attempt to revive legacy IP. Coogler's involvement suggests a more grounded, character-driven, and potentially socially conscious take on paranormal procedure. The original series defined by Mulder and Scully, but this reboot looks to move beyond the characters and reframe the concepts for a modern audience. The big question is whether the X-Files is flexible enough as a format to survive without its iconic duo, and risks of becoming another reboot that forgets the original special. Modern audience, Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler can't do anything that's not race related. That's it.
Well,
Yeah,
both the lead actors are non-white.
Yeah,
which is fine. I mean, they don't have to be, but you know the reason that it's done for.
yeah.
And
It's done. and it's done out of business. I can't find the picture of the actress. I can see the picture of Matey
I
here.
mean, and there's been the usual pushback, but it's weaponizing what they're doing. Now, look, he is actually. I mean, I've seen him in a few things. He's all right, right? And I suppose if you're going to do something different with the X-Files, you do something different. It's just it's a really difficult one, and we're gonna cover this subject again when we get onto the whole Harry Potter thing later. I quite like him. I don't think I know the actress that's been cast in the female lead. I've seen him in a few things. He's all right. And my first thought wasn't, oh, look at the colour of his skin. It was, oh, they cast a British guy in the X-Files. Cool. But then, you know, exactly as you said it, Ryan Coogler, and you go, you know, how long before they themselves leak stories of, you know, people threatening them and all of that stuff, because you know they're going to do it.
Yeah. So this is how it goes. Yeah, they get cast, and then close to the release of it, or close to some kind of major significant thing like first trailer, it'll be, I received death threats, racism, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other, and it's the same fucking playbook every fucking time, and it is boring. It really is, and all it is just there to. It's there just to take away, and it's like, if you couldn't get David Duchovny in it, fuck off. The only way you can make it any better is to have Alex Jones. I'd have had Alex Jones in it. Actual Alex Jones. He would have been fucking hilarious. Yeah, you could have had him. You could have had him at the beginning of each episode, spout some crazy shit, and then have step in Mulder and Scully investigate. Yeah? That's what you could have done. You could have gone, they're turning the frogs gay, and it turns out they're turning the frogs into fucking mutant people or something.
I think I'm not sure if it's a remake or it's a continuation in the world. I don't know. I don't know much about this. I know they were making it. If it's a continuation on it in the world, okay. I mean, I mean, depending on when and where you're doing it, race swapping is not necessarily an issue, right? What pisses me off is if you did it the other way, it would be, right? And the reason that it is usually done is the wrong reason. Now, if this is a continuation, fine. The cast is fine. You know, I don't have a problem with it. If you're going to tell them that that's the new Mulder and Scully and call them them names, then you know what you're doing, and then you'll be right. The next thing will be, you know, oh, we've had death threats and all this shit. And, you know, that will make it difficult to criticize the program. So if it gets cancelled, or, you know, you can say, oh, they were scared or something. It is purely a way of putting a protective shield around a program that might not necessarily deserve it. And we're going to come back to this because obviously there is the whole conversation with Paparizou as Snape to talk about. I don't know what is going on here, but I have to say I quite like that chap. I've seen him, as I said, I've seen him in a couple of things, and he's all right. And he could be quite interesting in this role. But you're right, Ryan Coogler, everything has to be is race related. Yeah, and to be quite honest, I'm fed up of politics right now. I am utterly fed up with it. I don't need to see it. I just want to escape. That's why Project Hail Mary is so damn good.
This is the thing is if you said, Gareth, redo the X-Files, the first thing I would do is I would have it. It would be some rich guy has fucking bought the X-Files, actually bought the files from the FBI and is investigating them. Yeah? And then he's hiring people and this, that, and the other, and he's got fundings and whatnot. And you'd be at the behoof of some crazy rich person doing it, and then he'd be off investigating it. And that would be a way of keeping it alive, but making it different at the same time too. It doesn't need to have fucking social commentary on it, yeah? The only social commentary on it is, can you trust the government? Are they hiding secrets? Blah, blah, blah. That kind of conspiratorial stuff that happened, yeah? But we know it's not going to be that, yeah? We know it's gonna play into the fucking oppress the pressure dynamics that they've always got. Yeah, and it's like we don't want that. We want a story. You could probably. It's annoying because you could probably do some good race related stories, but it's been done to fucking death. Yeah, we've had enough of it. We're bored of it. You're boring us. Please fuck off and tell us something interesting. Yeah, because there's so many things that we've got now that we could do, like storyline wise. And I joked at the beginning about putting Alex Jones in there, but when they redid the X Files for that like small series for 6 episodes or whatever it is, they had an Alex Jones style character there in the story. Yeah, and you can. There are things to, and I've been watching tons of conspiracy theory videos through a reaction channel called Terror Ted. Yeah, I recommend you watch it. It's like the best reaction channel ever. It's like it's like a little puppet and a guy in a mummy costume, and they're reacting to conspiracies, loads of different conspiracies and that, and it's really entertaining. You've got such a wealth of entertainment, a wealth of stuff to investigate and go through there, but they're not going to touch that, are they? Yeah.
I'm wondering if we even need it. Why are we calling this the X Files? Why are we doing this under the X Files banner? Why aren't we doing this on something on we could pay homage to the original program, but do we need to call it the X Files? Again, this stinks of a lack of creativity, and the thing is, when you do this now, when you put this kind of cast there, people jump to the conclusion, and the problem is the conclusion is probably correct, and that's what I hate about this at the moment. You can just, the world was going in the right direction until these nut jobs got in the way.
Yeah, it's annoying. So say if Michael Piller was doing it, yeah, and he cast those people, I don't think I'd have had a problem. Yeah, because it's Michael Piller and he wants to tell a good story. He did Battlestar Galactica and he did Star Trek and all the kind of good science fiction that we watch. And if he did turn around and said that he was doing that, probably wouldn't have had an issue. But we got Brian Coogler who can't do anything outside that, and Hollywood have hired him because he can't do anything outside that. They've pigeonholed him into one kind of area. Yeah, and it's gonna be crap. It's annoying because there's a wealth of stuff there. I'm not joking. I will send you some of these Terror Ted videos. You'll watch them and go, they're actually quite good. Yeah, and they're just reacting to silly conspiracies and stuff. And it's quite good because you've got one guy who's quite skeptical and the little puppet who kind of believes fucking everything. Yeah. And there's such a wealth of stuff to do that. And it's like kind of, have you ever played the game XCOM?
A very long time ago.
Yeah. So XCOM it's based on UFO, a British TV series where UFOs would try and land and attack and stuff. You could do a TV series about that. There's wealth of stuff there to do too.
You could. I mean, the problem is the X-Files came back not that long ago. It wasn't really that great. The X-Files was hit and miss. When the X-Files was on, when it was originally Mulder and Scully before they kind of left, X-Files really should have potentially sort of ended after season 7, maybe 8. But the whole sort of Mulder leaving and then Scully, and it got a bit rubbish after that. And then they brought it back twice and it didn't really work. And I mean, there was the odd episode within that was nostalgic bait and worked. But for the most part, it didn't really work that well. And the problem is now you watch episodes of the X-Files now and they look very dated. And look, there will always be a special part in my heart for the X-Files. It kind of brought that kind of geekdom into the mainstream. Everybody watched the X-Files, Yeah. You could do something, but do we need another sort of alien abduction, alien thing? It's been done to death at the moment. I'm not sure I need another.
There are other conspiracies. There are other conspiracies that you can go through with it. And as I said before, if they changed the format and said it's not the FBI, it's a rich guy who's bought the X-Files because he was obsessed with them. You might even refer to a character back who existed in the day. The ones I liked were the Lone Gunmen. I'm
Yes.
so gutted when they killed all of them off.
Yes, I know, it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because I like the Lone Gunmen TV series, and hell, they predicted 9/11. The Lone Gunmen were brilliant characters. Yeah,
There was,
that was the one.
there was Millennium too.
Yes, there was.
Yeah,
Yes, there was.
with the guy chasing
Yeah.
down the psychopaths. He was using the internet and he'd have to type in the fucking search string in the internet. It was like wild card, asterisk, or percentage mark, blah blah blah. Look for. I remember that. And it was Lance Hendrickson, who was quite a good one. And then they finished that off on the X Files, which was kind of good.
Yeah.
Do you know what? If they want to remake something from the X Files era, remake Space Above and Beyond.
Yeah.
As they
Now
never finished it.
there I can agree. That was yeah, that would be good. I agree with you.
I never finished it off. That's the thing, because X Files kind of got finished off. Millennium, whether we like it or not, that kind of got finished off. Lone Gunman, it finished off in the way we didn't fucking want. Yeah. Even if it finished off inside the X Files rather than the Lone Gunman, if I remember correctly. And it's just gutting. It was just gutting that. But as I said, Space Above and Beyond was never finished off. But anyway, it's gonna. I don't know. Every time someone says remake something now, I think they've just one that's and it's more apparent now than ever. Yeah, that I think when the 90s hit, and I think it was when digital editing came in and digital effects came in, lots of newer TV series popped up. Yeah,
Yes.
especially on the Sci-Fi Channel, be it good, bad, or crap. Yeah, they gave it a fucking good. They gave it the college try. Even the CW to an extent. Yeah. But all of a sudden, it's like, no, we can't risk spending money on anything new because we know that you're going to hate it because we've got our sensibilities and they don't match the general audience.
Again, I mean, I refer back to this, and you're going to go and say, Project Hail Mary is doing really well at the moment, and I'm really pleased that it is doing well because it's different. It's not a it's its own thing. And one of the other things that you'll find interesting about is a lot of it is practical effects, and you can tell. And I think it makes that film far better. That a lot of it is practical effects. And again, I'm glad that I'm seeing something that is its own thing doing so well at the cinema. It does give me a small amount of hope that we can have
nice things
that are new and interesting. And as I said, it's one of my favorite books because it is such a sort of hopeful thing. Anyway,
let's move on.
Yes,
move on to the next one. Here we go.
Well.
Not every franchise expansion survives, as Star Trek Starfleet Academy has reportedly been cancelled after reaching its second season, which was made before the first season had finished, by the way. The series, which is meant to expand on the long-running Star Trek universe by focusing on a new generation of cadets, was positioned to be a key part of Paramount's streaming strategy. But despite the strength of its brand, it seems the show hasn't got off to a confident start. Moving forward into the long term, it raises the bigger question: if even Star Trek can't guarantee success in today's landscape, what does it say about a franchise's power overall? Because once upon a time, a name like this would have carried the show on for years, but now, not so much. Quality.
Yeah, it's quality. It's set in the wrong universe. You destroyed everything prior to that. What do you expect? And then it's badly written. I mean, there's a petition. They've managed to get 10,000 signatures. So it's like fucking hell. The Acolyte got more than that after the Acolyte was just actually the Acolyte was potentially slightly better than this.
It was shorter per episode. That's what it was about.
I mean, this was so. it's dumb. And exclude all the other shit, like putting people in wheelchairs in there and stuff like that. There was a reason why Star Trek didn't show disability, because it was meant to be hopeful we'd overcome it. That was the point. We did, Gene Roddenberry was like, wanted to live in a universe where there was no disability, and we're too caught up in the main game. We celebrate it and blah blah blah. Most people, if they're absolutely honest, would rather not have their disability because we don't want to be defined by them. So this whole thing in Academy annoyed me. But the biggest problem with it was just dumb. I mean, they could not. You had an alien character, and don't get me wrong. I mean, Paul Garrett, what's his face? He
tried.
I mean, he tried with the material he had, but he was an alien quoting the Bible. And this is the thing. The writers couldn't write anything but themselves. That their world view, their writing view was unbelievably limited. It was narrow. So all the characters were the same. And it didn't matter whether they were alien, human, or what. They were all the same. It was dumb.
It was stupid, and someone I pointed out something really poignant on Instagram. When Deep Space Nine, because they did the Avery Brooks episode with the Prophet thing and everything, Avery Brooks insisted at the end of Deep Space Nine that he said he was going to come back because he didn't want to portray the myth that black fathers abandoned their families. Yeah. And then they went, no, he did. So he abandoned his son and what would have been his newborn. And then when you look at, there was someone caught a screenshot, and when they look at Cassidy Yates, they said she had no children. So what the fuck happened there?
Because they forget. There is no respect for what went before. And it's there. That Deep Space Nine, that was nothing to do with respect. That was member berries. Trying to win over people. And the trouble is, these people, they've grown up with no respect. So how the fuck can they understand or write with respect? They can't. And this is not me loading on millennials or things like that. It's not. It's these particular, because I bet you most of these writers all grew up in California, in or around LA, in that bubble, because these people genuinely believe this shit. And, I mean, I just... This show took a dump on everything that went before. Discovery did that, and it decided to continue on. Discovery, had its own niche audience, but it was niche. Where the fuck did you think this show was going to do any better? I mean, this show was, its production values were a lot worse. I mean, there was nowhere near the money that was spent on Discovery was spent on this show. The characters were, the actress that I actually found really weird and obnoxious, and I thought, quite strange when she was in the interviews, was the one and only role that I actually, not that I liked, but the episode where she basically dies and then is reborn with the Doctor, that was probably the best of a bunch of bad episodes.
Let me just, I'm just going to put a few things out there, yeah? So they really don't understand science or Star Trek, yeah?
No.
So the first things first is they got food shortages, yeah? In what's known as Star Trek's set in a post-scarcity society, yeah? Klingons have got post-scarcity, the Romulans have got post-scarcity, the Vulcans that we have, all the big races have got post-scarcity, yeah? So you have to find value in other things, yeah? So what post-scarcity means is everyone gets to eat.
Yeah,
but they're going on about, they weren't feeding us and this, that, and the other. It's like, not like saying, hey, we were running out of energy. Yeah.
By the 24th century, everybody had replicators in their bloody rooms.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole point, and the whole concept of the burn came around because everybody was criticizing how stupid Discovery was when it was in it and messing around because they couldn't write within a set of parameters. They couldn't write because they decided to do a prequel, then threw their toys out the prams when they couldn't write within the parameters that had already been set, right? And that again was that was down to their lack of skill more than anything else, right? That it was down to that. You look at something like the first Jedi Fallen Order. What a brilliant game that was, right? And what a great story it was. And it worked within a set of parameters, right? And it did it extremely well, right? Discovery could have been good, could have been interesting, right? Exploring the Klingon War could have been interesting if they looked like Klingons for starters and acted like fucking Klingons, right? Instead of whatever fucking weird shit that we got. But there was an arrogance right from the offset with this show. We want to do it our way. We want to tell our story. It's all me. The narcissism in these people is fucking unbelievable, right? And that's part of the problem. I mean, Hollywood's always been slightly narcissistic, but because they live in a bubble, right, and they're farting all the time, they're in love with the smell of their own farts now. And I know it's a bad, but you know what I mean. And it's this, we want to tell our story. We want to tell my truth. We want to tell this. I am so fucking fed up with that. Just tell a good story that's well written and intelligently done. Because here's the thing, Star Trek fans, used to be sort of clever, right? And the writing had to be, and I bang on about the dialogue a lot, but there was almost this Shakespearean language that went through Voyager, Deep Space Nine, even to an extent Enterprise, right? That they did not speak like we speak in our era, and it was deliberate, right? They couldn't do that in this show. They all fucking sounded like they were living in California, spending their life in juice bars, right? That's what they sounded like. And again, the headphones and fucking protein shake gym dude. I mean, just
see,
there's no imagination.
It's funny because what they could have. Oh God, what was Cadet Cunty's name? The bitch
Which
who just
one?
didn't. No, there was one that just seemed to be given everything and told that were amazing, even though they'd done fuck all.
Oh yes, the positive which one? Tilly?
Not Tilly. I'm talking about Starfleet Academy. Tilly, fucking hell.
If you're talking about the girl, I can't remember her name because I didn't pay that much attention. I don't actually remember any names except the Doctor.
Jaden,
I don't remember any.
I remember because I kept on saying his fucking name.
The characters just didn't make an impression on me.
No, and they had rewritten the core of a lot of the races and stuff. Yeah, so the Vulcans weren't cold and logical, and they're supposed to be kind of like the Greeks, if that makes any sense. Yeah, they're supposed to represent that Greek society, and then you got the Romulans. Roman society, Romulans, get it? Right? Yeah, and they're supposed to be that. And then you've got the Klingons who are supposed to be Vikings. There's black space Vikings, as far as I'm concerned, yeah? They were cool as shit, yeah? Martok's one of my favourite characters in all the fucking sci-fi and maybe television history. He's the coolest of the thing. He's sorry, Worf fans, but Martok is much...
I agree with you, but I also love Worf. And again, I loved him in Picard season 3. The fact that he'd become a slight pacifist made me. That was genius. That was utter genius and brilliantly written. And again, go and watch Picard season 3. Right? Here's the thing: watch Picard season 2, and then watch Picard season 3. Watch what happens when somebody actually loves what came before. There is such a fucking difference. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And the way they talk.
So
even the younger crew.
And it's like Raffi. I didn't like Raffi in the first 2 seasons, but when she's hanging around with Worf, she's fucking awesome.
Yes. Yes, and the thing is, she earned that. Yeah. Her story in this one was watchable and likable because the person that wrote the show, 1, could write, 2, loved Star Trek, and that was it was in spades on screen. It's not fucking difficult to do. right? You find people that like what they do, like the show that they're meant to be writing for, are fans of it, and just bump. You don't even need a huge budget. Picard season 3, lowest budget of all of these fucking new Trek shows, and it is the best Star Trek in 20 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was totally different to anything that Alex Kurtzman touched with his and his writing crew. This been cancelled, and the reactions from some of the media, it's like, if you didn't see this coming, if you didn't think this was going to be happening, you need to be fired, because you're not very good at your fucking jobs. And I'm some of the stories I've read this week, I'm just sitting there going, and I predicted it. We knew this was going to happen.
Everyone knew. Everyone who's a Star Trek fan knew this was going to happen. And it's funny because I bet you Nigel, now he's a Star Trek fan, would have seen this and gone, yeah. Anyway, let's move on to our next story. You can't see it, but I'm grinning. Right? Yeah. Doctor Who showrunner Russell T Davies has pushed back on criticism that the long-running sci-fi show has become too gay, defending the show's inclusive storytelling and making it clear that diversity is part of its DNA. Russell, you do not fucking understand what inclusivity is. Hang on.
He's gone further than that.
Davis,
he's called it a gay show.
Hang on, fucking Keith. Davis, who originally wrote the revival of Doctor Who in 2000, has returned to later era, and he's never shied away from weaving representation into his work. But the renewable debate highlights the broader tension in modern TV, how audiences react to legacy franchises and contemporary values. The question isn't about Doctor Who, it's about whether the long-running shows can adapt culturally without alienating part of their audience, or whether it's pushback's inevitable. Russell T Davies responded to claims that Doctor Who is too gay by saying it's a gay TV show. He's full of shit. It's a family TV show. It's supposed to be on before the fucking lottery numbers, and after whatever game shows on beforehand, be it fucking Wipeout or Dancing with Stars or something like that. It was. How can it be for everyone beforehand? Yeah, we're gay people and straight people. And I'll be honest with you, it's probably more for nerds and geeks. Yeah, of all stripes and all persuasions. And then turn around and say it's like this. You've missed the fucking point. Yeah, because you could enjoy it when it was around before you put this stuff into it, and I could enjoy it. Keith could enjoy it, and other people could enjoy it, and it's just one of those things. I have seen there are YouTubers online who are like, I don't know, early 20s, and they're recreating, doing their own Doctor Who stories, and I found them more fucking entertaining than shit that Russell's put out.
It's mind-boggling. It's not a straight show. It's not a gay show. It's Doctor Who, right? Doctor Who absolutely could have gay characters in it. It's absolutely fine. It is a family show. I am not adverse. I was fine with Bill. The only thing I had with Bill is that she kept telling everybody she was gay, and that was written that way, and it didn't need to be.
I think that was a fucking in joke, and the reason is the episode with where they meet the Romans. Yeah, I think Stephen Moffat was told to do that, and Stephen Moffat went, "All right, fair enough, I'll do it, but I'll do it my way." And then they put the Roman joke in there and went, "Yeah, so."
I've got plenty of gay friends who have loved Doctor Who prior to this nutness and now hate it. Right? And it's nothing to do with the fact that the Doctor's gay, although some of them would go as far as to say the Doctor wasn't gay, and it's kind of insulting.
I always find it a bit weird because the Doctor was always quite I described him as a bit before the new era. He was a bit sexless.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
he
mean,
was
he
like
was
the
kind of.
uncle.
And Matt Smith's Doctor was kind of sexless. I mean, he flirted slightly with River
River,
Song,
that was
but
about it.
that worked for me. You know, the Doctor was usually asexual, except for like the odd special character, and I don't mind it. And River Song kind of earned it.
Hmm.
And you know, I mean, she played against all three of those actors so well that it worked for me. But the Doctor was always asexual, really. And again, I wouldn't have had I don't think I probably would have had a problem if he, because he flirted with Captain Jack, and I never had a fucking problem with that. Because again, Jack kind of earned it, right? But to call it a gay show, and the thing is, like, you watch on the Doctor Who channel, and there's a thing, and I'm saying a thing because I mean, it looks like somebody is doing drag as Vicky Pollard. And I mean to say this because Vicky Bloody Pollard is a person in drag. By the way, if you don't know who I'm talking about, Vicky Pollard is a character on Little Britain played by Matt Lucas. And you went, yeah, but, no, but, yeah, but. Right? There is a current interview with Billy Piper's mum, Jackie. I can't remember the actress's name, so I'm just, the character was Jackie, right? And she has been interviewed by this thing. And it looks like a Vicky Pollard has gone has taken way too much Ozempic, and aged quite a lot. And I'm watching this going, kids watch this, and don't get me wrong, that's Vicky Pollard, by the way. It looks like this, but like emaciated. And interviewing Jackie, and I'm thinking, there are things that I've loved. I've loved one of my favorite films is Kinky Boots. I fucking love that film, right? I have no problem with men in drag. I have no problem with trans people. This, I don't know what the fuck this was. It was from outer space, right? And again, it's like these people probably actually need some help. And why are we putting them on there? Why is Russell T Davies? This is just weird. And if I have kids ever, I don't want them watching that because that's not human.
Oh,
people.
fuck me!
Have you found it? Have you found it? You found it, haven't you? It's bad. It's bad. And this is on the official Doctor Who social media channel. There you go. There you go. There you go.
It looks.
I mean, what the fuck?
It looks like someone's taking the piss.
It does. Now, I was watching a film this morning with my wife, and it was about a bunch of Thai ladyboys that take part in the show. Now, trust me, some of them, if I didn't know, were not bad looking, right? I don't know what that is. That's Vicky Pollard.
That is, and it's literally because it's on the fucking council estate, and she's in a fucking pink tracksuit, and oh my fucking word, it's. I don't sound rude. They're transgenders who can pass. Yeah, she ain't one of them.
I don't think that's transgender. I think that's drag. And again, I've known a few drag queens in my time. They would look at this and go, "What the fuck." I don't know what this is.
Oh my god! That is. I am glad I've not watched. I haven't subscribed to the Doctor Who YouTube channel since the Goblin episode of New Who or New Who. Sorry. Oh fuck me!
It is deliberate. it is deliberate and it's baiting people. And this is the BBC. Oh, by the way, you know, the BBC is about to get its ass kicked, and it's going to be glorious. And because there's a lot of things coming out in the near future, you know. And again, there was a drama last week about Hugh Edwards. If half of that is true,
they're all fucking nonsense at the BBC.
yes.
Sorry.
Anyway, before we get sued, anyway, Doctor Who is not a gay show. It's not a straight show. It's Doctor Who. Stop trying to make it about something it's not, and make it about what was Doctor Who about? It was about a man
Adventures
in
time and space.
It was not about identity politics. Shut the fuck up, Russell. It's why you got cancelled. It's why you lost the Disney money. When you're too fucking woke from the BBC, you need to take a long, the Disney, you need to take a long fucking look in the mirror and shut the fuck up. Just shut up.
You're a cunt.
I figured that was appropriate. Late night host turned unexpected screenwriter Stephen Colbert is stepping into Middle Earth, announcing he's co-writing Lord of the Rings film after his talk show comes to an end. Sorry, he got fucking fired. The project, reportedly titled Lord of the Rings: Shadow of the Past, will be an adaptation of the Fellowship of the Rings that wasn't fully explored in Peter Jackson's original trilogy. Working alongside his son and longtime franchise writer Philippa Boyens, Colbert aims to create a story that stays faithful to both Tolkien's source material and the tone of the existing films. It's an unusual move, superfans stepping into the writer's chair, one of the most iconic franchises ever, raises a big question. Is this passion-driven storytelling or a risky experiment? It's a risky experiment. The guy is, he is, and I rarely use this. He's a disgusting fucking human being. He really is. I've seen him. I need to find the clip where he turns on his audience because they didn't fucking they applauded something they shouldn't have, and you see his face and you see the true measure of that man there. And when I saw that, I was like, oh. Before I didn't have an opinion on him. He was with the Jimmies, yeah. You know the joke about the Jimmies in the night. Like everyone that fucking does late night TV is called Jimmy something, yeah.
I don't understand what the evisceration, but I haven't seen him enough. I will say this: he was announced by Peter Jackson. Philippa is Peter Jackson's partner, wife. So he's writing with it. The one thing I will say about it is this. He's not just a super fan. He knows Tolkien lore. I will give him that, right? And I mean, he is a nerd when it comes to Tolkien. But I have never seen. Haven't seen enough of his talk show. I've seen him interview a couple of people, and he's come across all right. But I mean, I know that he was slightly controversial in the whole vaccine thing.
Yeah, as I said, it was the bit where I saw him turn on his fucking audience. That was the bit where I just was like, oh, that is. You know when the episode of Sherlock Holmes with Toby Jones in it, and he's playing that guy from TV. He came across worse than that. I have to find you the clip because the moment you see it, you go, oh, that is one of the most rancid fucking human beings you'll ever see. And I'm not joking. If I found out his show's getting cancelled, good. Go fucking live with your big piles of cash. Fuck off.
I can understand people who don't like him celebrating the end of his show. I don't like how it got cancelled. But that's I'm not going to go into it, but I don't like how it got cancelled, and it is more than the way it was cancelled is dangerous. But that's for other reasons.
No, I don't think it was dangerous. I think he was stupid. He could have been clever, but he was just plain fucking stupid. And as I said before, I'll show you this clip, and you will understand. Because his things is not coming from a place of comedy. It's not coming from a place of criticism. It's just coming from fucking pure hatred. He is one of those people that we describe as ideologically captured. Yeah, and it's weird because they're ideologically captured people both sides of the fence. Yeah, don't think there aren't, because that's the way things run. But he is no, trust me, I'll find you this clip, and you will be like, oh, that look tells a fucking thousand stories. And having him write for it, I'm going to be honest with you, there are probably fucking 100, 200. This is stunt casting. This is when when we come back and we talk about how Marvel doesn't get hire a director who can do the job. They cast a director who can do a job. This is casting for the story. Yeah, this is casting because this gets a headline. So we talk about it, and other people talk about it. It's got nothing to do with putting a good story through. Yeah, it really has nothing to do with a good story through, because there are who's the Tolkien scholar, the mad one, the really good one who they got rid of for Rings of Power.
Yeah.
Why isn't he doing it? He does it as a full-time fucking job. It's like, it's great that Stephen Colbert's a nerd about this, but that guy there's clearly the most qualified person. This is stunt casting, so we can do this, yeah? If you look how Peter Jackson was dressed up, yeah? He looked like a fucking clown. Didn't he? He did. He looked like a clown. So I don't know if it's Peter Jackson doing the old "I'm a hostage, save me" routine.
That Colbert was involved in the Hobbits quite a bit. I think he interviewed them and stuff. He is an uber Tolkien nerd. So I mean, I think he is what you would refer to as a Tolkien scholar. And he does know his stuff. And in theory, he can write. Whether he can write a screenplay is another matter, but he can write. Again, I have not seen enough to know. I know that there is a certain part of the internet that really doesn't like this guy, and usually there's no smoke without fire. Some of it was the way he responded to during COVID. I know that. I am not going to get involved in that argument. But
Keith,
arguably, the deal that has ended his show has political connections.
Forget that. This is stunt casting for this reason that we're talking about it. That's the only reason it exists. Yeah? It is stunt casting. Because do you think that Peter Jackson's wife could have written this all by herself? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So why the fuck is he involved?
She was. Yeah. Point taken. Because it was her and Peter Jackson that kind of adapted the 3 Lord of the Rings books. Arguably, The Hobbit isn't as good, but that's partly, I think, the studio trying to eat 3 films out of.
And you turned around and said that Stephen Colbert was involved in The Hobbit too, yeah?
He was involved from the interviewing point of view, not writing. He was on set quite a lot, interviewing cast and things. Okay. By the way, he is also the voice of the computer, the really annoying computer in Starfleet Academy.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah,
I knew that. And
for that reason alone, I don't particularly like him. That part was annoying.
Yeah, that was. It was just really shit jokes there. Let's check the comments. I haven't got the music because I'm on my laptop and not my pooer. So let's get. So first things, Angels in first. Sinister Internet Man. Gareth Broken. What do you mean I'm broken? I'm in a hidden location. So I'm going to listen over to Twitch. For some reason, YouTube will not maintain a live stream, buffers and kicks me after about 5 seconds.
I've been monitoring it here. It's been fine, but it doesn't mean it's fine everywhere. YouTube does seem to have issues in regions.
Yeah.
But I have had it on the other screen.
Chuck says early then late. Fair enough. Having issues with there's a talking. It's just need to find 3 legitimate subs so we can get to 100. Yeah, that would be good actually if we can get 3 additional subs. So for those who are listening on the thingy in Brazil specifically, if 3 of you in Brazil can sub to us, that would be fantastic. And I know I'm asking you this, and I've put the podcast out late, so please forgive me. All right. And if we can get 3 of you, can just pop over to our YouTube channel, Monkey Nut Punch Live, yeah, so we can have 100 subs. That would be great. It's like they're just complaining about YouTube. And then there's Laurie. She's in. You can't see me, but I'm waving. Hi, Laurie.
Hello.
Really loved Project Hail Mary. Good. Listening on YouTube because their stream's messed up.
I'm glad. I would gladly go and see it again, but I just haven't had time. But it's one of those films that I shall probably buy, one way or another, when it comes out. Although I think it's probably going to be released on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So, because Amazon kind of own the studio. Hey, Steve, how you doing, buddy?
Hi, Steve. So yeah, amaze. I'm assuming that's thingy.
That's
oh, got a new guy in here, Jasper. Hello, Jasper.
Hi.
So, hello, peeps. Oh, crikey. About time to get to 100. All right, cool. I got fired by Mango.
He's saying that he's making a reference to, it is true. But
no, he got fired by Mango.
But South Park brilliantly kind of ripped the piss out of that.
No.
I actually quite like the way South Park did it.
Trust me, I'll find this clip and I'll send it to you, and it's just like it's one of those things where it's like the lizard people when they remove their masks.
He might look at the end of the day, he might be a completely bad human being. Doesn't negate what has happened there, and there is truth in that, but that, it's a different argument, and I don't want to argue about that here. He annoyed the fuck out of me in Star Trek Academy, if I'm being honest. But I think that again was bad writing more than anything else. So
I love the fact that Echo's got her own fucking emoticon to say hi.
That's because she's cool, Gareth, and she picks on you, so it's fine.
She gets me killed whenever she can.
We support you here, Echo, or at least I do. Paul would like to know why he's got no camera, because he's at a secret location and he's saying the United Kingdom. Because
see, look there, go look, I'm on camera.
Bright light.
Yeah, the problem. Fuck off. The problem is it's not. I don't like the fact that the camera quality is not. It's bad enough that I'm on a fucking mono. Yeah, but
you look quite handsome, sir. You look absolutely fine. And cool T-shirt, by the way.
Banned it. My friend at work was trying to persuade me because I went out on site and I had like a long sleeve undergarment sort of thing, and I went back and I went, I can't wear this in this office. People can see my nipples. Yeah, and she went, well, we'll have to go and buy a T-shirt when you get back. So we went back, and she was like, she pulled out this My Little Pony one. I'm not fucking wearing that. And then she went, well, Star Wars then, because you're a nerd. All right, fair enough. And I got the Star Wars one.
I've got that on a print that cost me near enough 300 and something quid. And it's sitting at home. I bought it when I was working. I bought it in Battersea. It was a pharmacy in Battersea, and across the road in the window was this print, 350 quid. I was like, I'm having that. I've got to bring it here. I'm going to get it. I've got a place for it here.
What's with the wow? Is it my? It's this bit, isn't it? It's my 5 head. It's that retreating hair across my thingy.
It's not a prostitute. It's more of the woolly nature. I'm going into dangerous territory here because you can hear back.
I'm in New Zealand.
Yeah.
I'm in New Zealand. There you go. There's your answer there. All that time going to New Zealand. So all right, I'll leave the camera on. Then.
I do like that T-shirt though. That is a cool T-shirt. Right. So. Something got released.
Yeah.
So
I have an issue with it, but it's not the issue that everyone else seems to have with it. So let's start off with this and see how long we get. Can you hear it?
I can hear it, but we're gonna have to.
I told you.
You
are a normal boy
So the first things first, the Dursleys don't look like they're upper middle class.
No, this criticism I will hear.
Yeah.
Right.
Because what was the TV show? Because someone brought it up on a screen, and I went, "Why did I not make that connection before?" There's a TV show called Keeping Up Appearances with
Yes.
what's a bucket
Patricia
or bouquet?
Routledge. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. She was brilliant.
and that felt like the basis for the Dursley family. Yeah, because there's Roald Dahl elements in it and that, and it's also at the same time too. It's more fun picking on posh people than it is picking on dirt poor people. If that makes any sense.
I don't quite understand why they've kind of tried to make us sound a bit working class. I don't get it.
Yeah.
By the way, this is in the book.
And you're going to start acting like one.
Yeah, that's the other part of it too. If they're putting stuff that's not in the book, then they're going to cut stuff out.
They're not in this trailer. And loads of people go, "Oh, yeah, they're putting stuff in." No, they're not. That is mentioned in the book. That is specifically mentioned in the book.
Really?
The bullying scene, yes, it is mentioned. Harry talks.
He mentions it, but I can't remember it.
Bullied in the school. He mentions it, so therefore it exists. So
showing
it.
No, but it's not written down as a scene.
It is written. And it's not written as a scene, but it's mentioned.
No, there's a difference between it being mentioned and written as a scene.
Yes, but it's not coming out of nowhere.
You think you're something special?
Petunia cuts his hair and it grows back again.
About you.
I've always wanted to know about my parents.
Right. I'm sorry, turn your phone off.
Sorry.
Fucking hell. Yeah. So I don't know if you're picking up on what I'm picking up on at the moment, all right?
Your parents were the kindest, bravest people I ever met. They were funny and clever. And they stood up for what they believed was right.
I'd just like to point out he sounds more like the guy from The Office. No, the skinny one. Who was in Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah. Fuck off.
The next time I see you, we'll be in Hogwarts.
Are you spotting something that's missing from this, Keith? Don't say it yet.
Yes.
But are you seeing what's missing?
Mr. Potter, I think we can expect great things from you.
He works his own.
Let's see who you are.
Yeah, I like that. I like that look. I like the look of that. She does look like Hermione. She does. The bushy hair, the buck teeth, works.
Are you really Harry Potter?
All right. There is no magic in that. There is not one fucking drop of magic in that entire thing. A series about magic and no magic whatsoever. Don't get to see the brooms fight. Don't get to see the fucking wand get used. Don't get to see the Sorting Hat talk. You don't get to see the enchanted fucking ceiling in the fucking room. Yeah, there is no magic in there. A show about magic and you show no fucking magic. That's my biggest problem with it, and it feels very cynical too. Yeah, instead of I watched the original trailer to Harry Potter. Yeah, so I could make a comparison. Yeah, just like can I remember? I can't fucking remember. I'll go back and watch it. So I went back and watched the original trailer. Yeah, it's all about the fucking magic. You're a wizard, Harry. Here's the bit you get the wand. Ooh, magical shit happening. Yeah, here's the enchanted fucking ceiling. Here's this, that. All magic shit. Not one fucking ounce of magic in it. It feels very cynical. Yeah, it feels very. It shouldn't be dark. It should be first steps in a new, exciting world, and there's nothing there whatsoever, fucking ever. Yeah, and it's just that's the bit that's the bit that I don't like. It doesn't. I'm not stepping into a new world, and there everyone's going, "Oh, it's the Timu version of Thingy." If they do it right, they'll sell me on it through to the world, but no fucking
right.
magic.
I think you're absolutely right.
No wonder.
I think the no wonder bit is what I thought you were going to say, but you're actually right. There's no magic in there. It looks a bit more like Hogwarts Legacy than it does the
There's
movies.
more fucking magic in Hogwarts Legacy too.
I know, but the look of it, people have attacked a few things. I'm going, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't think it's devoid of colour. It is devoid of magic. It is devoid of
That's
wonder.
what they. I think that's what they're saying when they sit there saying it's devoid of colour. It's devoid of that magic. It's the world of Harry Potter is it's supposed to be like, oh my god, this whole new dimensions opened up to me with all these amazing things.
That's the way the trailer has been cut by the music. And again, Chuck, you'll get this, right? And because you'll know exactly what I'm talking about here. They followed the music. When they're editing this and cutting it together, they followed the music. So what they're doing is
music.
Now you're absolutely right. Yes, it's the music that's part of the problem. When you edit something, right, you are sometimes guided by the music as to how you put the scenes in, how they fit, and blah blah blah. The music is too downtrodden. There's no wonderment in the music for this. But I want to talk. I really liked the look of the critics' scenes. I liked the way the contrast. I liked the look of the critics' uniforms. I liked the names down the side of it. I loved seeing the Nimbus 2000 with the sort of 40s, 30s look. I liked the fact that it's period correct, right? It's set in the very early 90s, and you see it. I did not like the Dursleys. I'm not sure about McGonagall yet. Because I'm not sure you can replace Maggie Smith, because Maggie Smith was always the person. I actually think John Lithgow is going to be a really good Dumbledore. I've seen some of the other casting. I thought the central three are absolutely fine in this. I'm going
to be honest with you, Keith. That bit, the bit on the train, that was shit. Yeah, it's not. Can I see the scar? Where was it? That's quite key. We remember, and it's Harry fucking Potter. Everybody knows about that scar. Why did you not say about that?
I think they are deliberately not showing that. So until we see the first episode, I think they're deliberately not doing that. They're following the music, and the music's downtrodden. It's the wrong music for the show. But it's definitely got production value. It's not the TMU version of Harry Potter. It really fucking isn't. You can see that. And anybody that doesn't see production value in that trailer is is it right? No. But there's production value there. If you know anything about sort of editing, but there is production value there. So I've heard people calling it the TMU version, as you put it. That's bullshit, right? No, we haven't seen the Grand Hall. We haven't seen the magic that brings Hogwarts. But the music is wrong. I know that they're not going to use John Williams' music again, but
they should have kept
the music should be downtrodden at the beginning, and the minute he gets to Hogwarts, it should be bling. It should be that bringing the sense of wonderment. There is no wonderment in that trailer. That's the problem. And then, of course, we've got some of the cast pictures. And this is now where the problem begins. Because the trailer, I think I said to you last week, I can't remember if I said on the show, I said we're going to get a trailer in the next couple of weeks. Because we got what Gareth and I predicted fucking months ago, that we were going to get, near the time of the show release. We said it was going to be near the show release, near the trailer release. We were going to get stories about Papa Ezio getting death threats, right? And what did we get this week? Paparazzi, you're getting death threats. I'm sorry, right? A lot of people get death threats, right? The guy that played Lando Calrissian in fucking Star Wars 40 years ago got it, right? Totally wrong, right? But there weren't that many. Didn't make anything about it. Didn't write about it. Because as soon as you fucking write about it, you give them power. Unless, of course, you want to use it as a defensive shield, right? It was seriously, right? It would have been a fucking sure bet when they race swapped one of the most central characters in there. It was tantamount there was going to be some fucking moron somewhere that sends in a death threat.
It's a playbook, right? And here's the funny. This is the bit that gets me, Keith. This is the bit that gets me. Yeah. They'll play on it as much as they can. They'll play on it to protect the property from criticism, but they don't give a shit about the actor. They couldn't give a shit about whether they were getting racist threats or not. And it's so fucking cynical to do this. Yeah. There is a really funny AI video of Black Snape that was done. Have you seen that? Where he's flying down like Harlem, shooting off from his broom. It's fucking hilarious, yeah? It's really good, it's really creative. And if I was the actor and I saw that, I'd turn around and go, if you're going to criticize me, it has to be to this quality, yeah? Because he could lean into it.
It's good AI slop.
Oh, it's good.
I am slightly uncomfortable by some of the reactions here, and I am slightly uncomfortable with the way some people have reacted to this,
right?
Because some of it is borderline.
Right. So hang on a second. There is a big problem here, yeah. And the big problem goes as follows, yeah. Harry's going to have there's something I don't like and I don't trust about Snape. That's going to.
No, they're going to change his origin. They're going to change his origin. They're changing his origin, so it's not going to be as problematic. So you know,
no. Keith.
Book,
Philosopher's Stone story. Harry comes in. Only teacher he's suspicious of is Snape. Yeah, I always knew that Snape was going to turn out to be the good guy because it was that kind of story about school where you had that one teacher who was very mean, very disciplined in what he did, but when you got into the real world, you understood what they were trying to do, and that's what was going to happen. I also knew that Dumbledore was going to die before the end because of fucking Dallas and aliens. Yeah. Because that's how you ratchet up the fucking tension towards the end. But when you get to this this thing, it's going to look really odd when he says he doesn't trust Snape, and he says that Snape can't be trusted in this series.
I think it's going to be even more problematic when in the third book when the boggart comes out for Neville and it's Black Snape coming out the bloody cupboards.
Yeah.
The thing is, I until this started, and now you know, I'm sorry, but I've lost respect for Paparazzi. I actually thought he was quite a good actor. I've seen him in a few things and enjoyed him in it, and he is kind of a comedian actor. He's a character actor. He's very good. He's quite a good character actor.
You have to understand that the response that he's given may be the one that he was told to be, and he's an actor.
I also think it shields him as well, and I think it does. It helps his career in a roundabout way because people can't criticize him now. And here we have them. I mean, what the... Seriously, he's in a fucking tracksuit with a zip. I mean, talk about fucking stereotype. Where's the Adidas logo? It's the only damn thing that's missing.
Puma.
Oh,
Puma logo. It's Puma logo.
I don't... Why the fuck does exist in the magical world?
Why hasn't he got like the ropes? Because Alan Rickman had that great kind. He had that black robe bits underneath.
Yes, buttons, Gareth. Buttons. Zips don't. It's a human invention. It doesn't. Okay, that looks good, right? That's how I always imagined Dumbledore, and he looks great. And I think John Lithgow will be brilliant as Dumbledore. I really do. That's Hermione to me.
That's Hermione.
Yep. And I tell you what, if you've heard the Audible books, she sounds like Hermione. She will be good.
I find it quite funny that they picked someone who's done it. Not sure about him as Ron. Not sure about him as Ron. He looks the part, but he's not.
His one line in that trailer.
It's not. Right. There's not enough of him there. Again, not sure about him either, again, not enough of him in the trailer. Plus, they didn't have any of him doing fucking magic shit and reacting to it, because that's what I wanted to see. Yeah, and you're right. The music, yeah, again, between the music, the lack of fucking magic in it,
But they
story.
followed the music, and I think that's part
Yeah,
of the
but even if
problem.
you follow the music, you still add the
The
magic in
music
there.
doesn't sound magical. To me, it's the music that's the biggest problem. And I think when they've edited it together, they've edited it following. They have been influenced by the music, and that's made them thing. You see, he looks like Hagrid. He doesn't fucking sound like Hagrid.
Sound
I
like
love you,
him.
Nick. I do, but I don't like him as Hagrid.
He's just Nick Frost as Hagrid. She doesn't look like McGonagall in that picture.
She's a bit too tall. I don't know.
She looks like Gwendolyn Christie in Wednesday.
Yes.
She looks more like that. She needs a witch.
Yeah,
Give her a fucking witch's hat like that, and probably round that out a bit better.
The thing is, you cannot top. You see, he worked. I mean, okay, apart from the sort of modern hairstyle, 90s, by the way, guys. He could work, but we just don't see him enough. He's not fat. The kid behind is better off as bloody thingy.
Yeah.
You know, he was meant to be this great big huge kid, and that they don't work as the Dursleys. Again, he was meant to be big, and he's not.
Yeah,
and she just looks like too working. You know, when she was first cast, I've seen her do a proper prim English accent. I thought, that she'll work. But it's like, all right, I'm off Cat State. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it's. Oh, crikey. No, you start playing. I've got you for later. Yeah, it's. Oh, fuck off. Sorry. I've got some. I've added some stuff there. That was me who did that. It's fucking Jordan trainers too. Thank you. That comment that wins the comment of the fucking thing.
I really don't like the costume, and like there are so many characters that you could have done this, and it would have worked. You've done this. You want to put. His character is too. He is defined by his upbringing and where he was brought. Snape's character is it's far too described in the book that you are going to have to change his origin in order to match the color of his skin, and that's natural.
Why are we? This is the thing that gets me. It's.
Especially in 90s England.
Before it was. Oh my god, my fucking lighting's gone. Was Snape an arsehole or not?
Well, but Snape's mother
now
was
it's turned
English.
it's turned into a fucking race thing now. It's not about that.
And Snape's
when they
parents,
make him Indian, that would have made a bit more fucking sense.
Yeah, but Snape's parents are going to have to be immigrants. They're going to have to be. And that has its own, because Snape's backstory is so, there are so many people like Pansy Parkinson's being cast. It's by a Thai English actor. It's huge news here, right? This Thai English girl. She doesn't actually look Thai at all. She looks quite English, really. But she has a Thai father, I think. She's playing Pansy Parkinson. And again, there's lots of characters, but again. There was one very made point. 90s England, right? Bear in mind that Harry is at a school in Surrey, right? I went to school in Surrey in England. There was one Indian chap in my year of 90 kids, right? In the year below, and there was one Korean kid, right? In my first school, there was several Indian people. One of them was my friend, and she got killed. I won't go into it, but what I'm saying is that the demographic of Surrey's schools back in the 90s was majority white people. Now, in the magical world, you could argue that the demographic would be slightly different because there's one school in the entire country, right? So my argument is that you could have more people of color in that, and you could race swaps quite a few of those characters, and it would work, and it would be believable. You could even do some of the teachers. I mean, Flitwick was never really described. Flitwick could have been slightly different. Doesn't need to be a white dude. Doesn't need to be Warwick Davis again. But Snape is the one character. Even Mad-Eye Moody could have been, different, right? And that would have worked, right? Even McGonagall. In fact, actually, there's a few black actresses that I actually think would have been quite good as McGonagall, right? That I can think of, and actually probably would have worked because it would have been different enough from Maggie Smith and still brought that sternness.
Just coming back to
about her.
It's gonna make things a little awkward, and it's gonna reframe a lot of things that shouldn't have been reframed in that kind of way. Right, let's park it here, Keith, because I know you could go on for another 30 minutes. But I've got some other trailers I want to watch. So
you got another trailer?
I've got 2 other trailers.
Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. We've still got Review Paradise and bloody Daredevil.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was trying to do this. So this is from season 4.
Something's different. I am changing. I don't know if I like who I'm becoming.
The wait is over.
Boyd, there are a lot of people wanting to know what happened down there.
Mom, where's Dad? Why isn't he back yet?
Tabitha, we need to talk.
It means everything they showed us. It's real. I think they're doing it to make us afraid.
Well, then it worked.
There's something ancient here. And it's feeding off our suffering, and it doesn't stop.
We're losing. We're running out of time, and we still don't know the goddamn rules. There is no way to fight back against those things. Everything we've done, every sacrifice we've made, none of us are going anywhere.
You think you're some kind of hero? You're a monster. Lord,
That's going on a lot longer than I was expecting.
please protect us in this dark place where evil roams so freely. This we ask in your name. Amen.
One way or another, the truth always comes out.
I would make sure it doesn't.
So, I liked From, and Nigel liked From too. And the downside is it's from the people who did Lost. So, we've got this mystery box bullshit thing. I'm hoping that it's going to do it. And it keeps pointing towards this story, and I can't remember what it's called. Not Purgatory. No, it's called it's like the King in Yellow. And the idea is if you read the story, you become part of the story. Yeah? And that's what that guy is. You had the kind of guy, the bad eyes and whatnot. Because I always described From as it felt like they were in a vivarium. And something was controlling the vivarium, which we now got exposed to, which is this, I can't remember if it's King in Yellow, Lord in Yellow or something. And I'm hoping it's going to start playing out because it always felt like they were contained in a little pocket dimension and this thing was feeding off of them. And if you read, you became part of the story. And it's funny because I want to read the story. I can't remember what the fucking story is. Maybe I'm not supposed to be part of the story. And I'm hoping this is going to start, how can I put it, unlocking some bits. Otherwise, it's going to turn into Lost pretty fucking fast. And I know that Nigel likes this, and it needs to be interesting. And the actor who plays Lloyd, the black fella, I can't remember the actor's name. I like watching him. He's a really good actor to watch. He's got good screen presence. He's got good he draws you in when he's acting. I'm just hoping it leads somewhere, and I'm desperate for it to start leading somewhere. But this season 4, I think they've got this season, and then the next season's their last one, so they need to start answering some bloody questions. You bastards. Sorry. Have you watched any of From, or is it just me?
No, I have watched some of it. I haven't caught up with it yet, though. But it's this mystery box stuff, so I was kind of waiting until it was done and then watch it. Because I suppose part of me worries that it's lost. So, yes. What is that you've got coming up?
Because I knew there's some other trailers coming up. I haven't seen this trailer.
Neither have I.
Let's see if it can undo some damage.
Finally back to normal. And we'll finally get to show Elle some of our other hangout spots. Elle, you're gonna love it. All he talks about is Elle this, Elle that. Okay, we get it.
You should be taking notes, Romeo.
I hadn't realized that I'd have to go back to being some ordinary kid.
Snowball fight!
I guess I'd like the idea of another adventure, you know?
What is going on?
The gate is closed. Where did it come from?
Something from the Upside Down must have survived last year.
Wait! What the heck is an Upside Down? And what the heck is she? Very, very cool.
We need to stop those things before they hurt other people.
What if there are more creatures out there?
First, we're gonna need some gear. Whoa.
Let's do it.
Watch out!
Couldn't get away.
I thought this Upside Down stuff was over, Henderson! Take cover! Those creatures can't get out, or it's game over.
Catch it. Stop it. Just us. No going back.
Right, I'll stop it there. I'm not going to go into the last bit there. They don't need any more characters. Why are they introducing another fucking character? Even if it's like this is a spin-off, this is like to fill in the gaps. This is because the kids got fucking old because we took so bloody long doing it.
I have I'm not interested. They ruined it because of the way they ended it. They ruined it. Stranger Things did not stick the landing at all.
No. It just. I need to find some videos of people face planting at the Olympics just to emphasize the point.
I mean, it's not quite Game of Thrones bad, but it's not far off. It was dreadful, and the way they released it. And don't get me started. Don't get me started. I understand why people thought there was a missing episode because it was like, how could you end it like that? It was terrible, and there was no. You know, you had the whole Lyndall Hamilton's character. I mean, just why? No, don't get me started on it. It looks like a 1980s cartoon from when you and I were kids. Why would modern kids want to watch that? Who's that for? It's not for you and me. It looks too kid-like. Yeah, but it feels like a 1980s cartoon with some of that dialogue.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Who's it for?
I thought it was a new beat 'em up when I first saw the trailer. I thought it was like a beat 'em up kind of game, Stranger Things, which I would have enjoyed.
Like the original kids, it's the characters, but with totally different voices. Nah, sorry, not my thing.
Yeah.
What shall we talk about first? Because we've got
timey-wimey or superheroes.
It's not just timey-wimey; it's parallel universes. But let's talk about Daredevil. So I didn't know it was coming back. It suddenly popped up.
I didn't realize.
Daredevil.
I watched it Friday evening because I saw some like shorts on like YouTube and Instagram, and I'm like, "Oh, Daredevil's back!" And it ruined the end because I saw the fucking end bit first before I watched any of it. I'll let you go first, and then I'll tell you.
No. You go first, because I'm not entirely 100% sure at the moment. I might be influenced by your.
I watched it, and it's got the same problem that it had previously that I was complaining about. Just feels a bit hollow. It's annoying because it's got too many other. It's like fucking ironic. Stranger Things. It's got too many characters in it and not fucking needed. Yeah, we're just interested in fucking Kingpin, and we're just interested in Matt Murdock and just the bits around there. Everything else, fuck it off. Seriously, fuck it off. It's not worth it. No one's interested in that. The fight because that's the fight on the bloody ship at the beginning, the container ship, and it looked quite cool, but it wasn't quite there. If that made any sense. And then they've got this ship that they can just press a button on, and it's like yeah, it didn't fucking explode. You didn't like someone dropped a small 2-kiloton nuke in it. New York has turned into a prison state all of a sudden, which doesn't make any sense. I can hear that you're the kind of person who can get someone out of New York. Why the fuck would you? There's a bridge. Go across the bridge. I know that. I don't even live there. Yeah, it's like London.
More than
How'd
one
you get
bridge,
out of London?
Gareth.
Yeah, there's more than one bridge.
There's quite a few bridges in New York.
Quite a few bridges. And tunnels, yeah? And it's like kind of, I can't get out of London. Just keep walking north, south, or west. You'll get out eventually, yeah? And it's weird because I know that this like kind of, they're supposed to be like showing, supposed to be under like martial law, but we're not seeing anything. There's not like roadblocks. It's like when you play the Spider-Man game, yeah? And you had Sable, who took over and instituted martial law. And they put checkpoints up all over New York, yeah? Game fucking creator can do. Why couldn't the fucking TV people do that? Oh, it's turned it into a prison. That's fine, but actually do it. Show it. Have fucking armed people with machine guns walking on the street, making sure the peace is being kept. Okay, it's the piece of the gun, but we can see that, yeah? That bit boggled my mind, yeah? That really boggled my mind on that, yeah? There's, again, not enough Matt Murdock, not enough fucking Vincent D'Onofrio. They're two really good actors who do the parts really good justice.
I think you're right, but I'm almost like... I'm not loving him in this. I know your brother disagrees with me, but I can't get that scene out of my head when he crushes that bloke's head the way he does, and that never needed to be shown for the Kingpin to come across as threatening. That to me is bad writing. You see, the Kingpin was far scarier in the original season 1 and 3. But I actually don't think Daredevil is as interesting fighting the Kingpin as he was like fighting the Hand in season 2. That's my personal opinion. I thought the Hand were more interesting. No,
but we know the Hand is in fucking Spider-Man.
Yes, I know that. But, well...
What other ninjas in Marvel could it be?
I know, but I still think that trailer's hiding lots of...
The only other people it could be, and we don't want it to be, are the Iron Fist's mortal enemy, and I can't remember what they're bloody called.
Well, Jessica Jones is going to be back in the next couple of, sex doll lips and everything.
Fucking no nasal cavity.
Sorry, I said sex doll lips. The book I'm reading at the moment.
It's called Sex Doll Lips.
No, but my favourite character in it is a demigod that is immortal but is currently inhabiting the head of a sex doll, and it's the voice and everything.
Are you reading?
Dungeon Crawler Carl. They're brilliant. But she's a demigod called Samantha, and she's currently inhabiting the head of a sex doll, and she's obsessed with killing people's mothers. But the bite that does this voice is the voice is just fucking brilliant. And she makes an entrance the other day. Surprise, motherfucker! Anyway, sorry. I love the character. The character's so funny.
Fucking, you just quoted Dokes from bloody.
The voice as well. So it's like, I kill your mother. It's the voice. It's everything. But going back to Daredevil, I really didn't like season 1, and I didn't enjoy this particular episode because I actually find the Kingpin in this quite boring. I'm kind of a bit meh about it. Kingpin as the mayor doesn't... The crushing of the head, that whole scene, the way he does it, it was lazy.
If you really wanted to do it really well, you would have it so the king, from our perspective, the Kingpin looks squeaky fucking clean, and the mystery is he's up to something. We don't know what it is, and then you uncover said mystery. That's the bit that would make it exciting. That's something there that you could get your teeth into from a storytelling perspective. He looks squeaky clean. We've investigated him. He appears squeaky clean. See, and then have them doubt. It's like maybe he has turned a corner and he is doing the right thing. That would work better from a more storytelling. And then you find out he's an asshole.
And the whole wife thing. Meh.
Yeah, it is. It is. You said it would get better in season 2.
I said season 2 would be the true measure of the show, because they can't hide behind. This was written with the new cast, the new crew, the new producers, and they weren't reshooting and using mixed footage from the other one. If this was shit, then it's truly shit. I didn't think you could judge season 1 based purely on what you'd seen. I said season 2 would be but I don't like what I've seen so far. It doesn't.
Well, we'll give it. I'm gonna give it a couple more episodes.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I didn't even know it was back. That's how much. But yeah, I know Jessica Jones turns up, so
might get good then.
It might be interesting. So Paradise. That's her son.
Yeah,
it's not timey-wimey. He ain't from out of time. He's from a different universe. Her plan is to move into a different is to go into a parallel universe. That's her plan. There is timey-wimey shit that they haven't explained, but her plan is not to go back in time because that's not going to stop it blowing. It's to He's not from the same universe. That's where the quantum tangle stuff comes in. And we're going to find out tomorrow.
Now,
so
hang on a second. Hold on. Alex is a quantum supercomputer.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's what Alex is. Alex is a quantum super. That's why she has to put the fucking thing on.
But I have one more theory, right? Mm-hmm. You know the kid that you see at the beginning that we all think is Jane?
Mm-hmm.
What if it's the psychologist at the beginning and then it switches to Jane? Because the psychologist kills Jane. And I'm just wondering if that's what the message was. I'm wondering if the kid that you see right at the beginning is not Jane, and that's a twist.
No, you have to understand the way the message was delivered. They done it a special way. A killer will be born. Tell her she can be stopped. Yeah?
Think about it.
And the other thing too is, who says Jane's dead?
Well, she's dead.
No. Who says Jane's dead?
Well, that largely depends. But I think the psychologist is the kid. I think we're going to see this tomorrow, right? I think it's both timey-wimey and parallel universes. I think her plan is to basically... That's why she wanted to nuke everybody, right? Because she was only really ever interested in saving everyone and going into a parallel universe. That's Dylan, right? That's Dylan. Yes. That's her son. That's why she goes, has sexy time with her husband afterwards because everything's fine now. Dylan's alive. How is he alive? Her Dylan died.
But
So
someone...
either there is some weird fucking timey-wimey timeline going on, or it's a different universe, or it's a pocket universe. They can't be doing pocket universes. It's been grounded in...
Right, no. So I think she made a change. Yeah? And if you ever watched... there was an Outer Limits with time travel. Yeah?
Yes.
And it had Plummer, the woman who was the bad guy in season 3 of Picard. Christopher Plummer's daughter.
Yeah. I know who you mean. Yeah.
And she said every time she changed it, she would remember both universes and she'd get a headache and get a nosebleed.
Yes.
I think she's making changes to the many
if it's different branches of time, technically that's different universes. That's almost like parallel or time.
No, but she went back and changed it, and then it happened in that universe. That's how she could meet him. Otherwise,
it as his mother, he doesn't know, or he does, and he's not letting on.
There's something going on.
I know. It was a fucking good episode, and like the bunker's fucked. Right
oh God, I love that. I love it. Double fucked. It got double fucked there. It was like kind of quick. If we empty the oxygen tanks out, the balance of the thing, and the doors will be forced to open. Okay, cool. And it's like kind of, we need to force lockdown because they're going to break their way in. And they did it, and half the bunker's locked and half the bunker's open.
I watched a couple of reviews of people saying that the president was an idiot. It's like, really? No. That was showing how fucking clever he was. He was acting like a child for a reason. Because right at the end, when he actually points out, he's seeing it all along. And he's just doing it in a way that isn't confronting. I mean, again, he has the whole line when he writes to his son. He's quite a clever guy.
Right. So you have to understand, because if you've heard the Einstein quote, if you can't explain to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it. Yeah?
Yes.
So I think what he was doing was saying, if you can't explain it to me as a 6-year-old, you don't understand what you're actually doing.
It was deliberate, because he then at the end has that, again, another quite profound speech where you actually see that he's actually quite an intelligent bloke. And he did it when he said to his son, when he left his son that message. And again, I like the fact that this is, again, father-son. There is a father-son relationship there that is wholesome, that he loves his kid. Mm-hmm. Right, and he's not abandoning his kid. And again, I liked the father-son thing, which came out again in that episode. But how the fuck? I still think there's some kind of parallel or something somewhere. It's not just standard fucking time travel going on here. Quantum entanglement can go across universes. And they mentioned it. They said,
I always thought that was the one thing that quantum entanglement couldn't do, was go across universes. Yeah,
it's a superposition and quantum entanglement. We're going to find out tomorrow.
Superposition.
Tomorrow is going to tell us.
Don't get the two confused between QED and fucking superposition.
Well, they mentioned both.
One involved killing a cat. One involved killing a cat. All right.
I think there is some timey-wimey shit in this. The psychologist killing Jane, that's more. I'm not sure that episode wasn't hiding something.
It was called, Keith. The episode was called Jane.
And it's not the first time it's pulled the wool over our eyes. It's not the first time Paradise has done something like this.
We'll find out. But on the bright side with it, it sets up a mystery and then releases.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's got us talking about it, and in a positive way. We're geek arguing about it, but it's fucking great. Because I like the fact that you've got theories, I've got theories. One of us is going to either be right or wrong.
It's going to be me.
Or we're both going to be wrong.
We'll probably both be wrong, yeah. We'll probably both be, yeah.
But you can imagine, I fucking told you. It's either going to be, I called it, or dead silence tomorrow. That's going to be the one. What's that? If I just said ... neither of us were right.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We'll find out. It's good TV. It took this season was fucking slow fucking starter.
But I think it's all coming together.
They should have got episode 3 and intermixed it with the first 3 episodes. I think it would have worked better if you were going back and forth from the bunker. The bit where you've got the postman and Xavier's wife, yeah, and they're in the post office, and you can see that he is like, I don't fucking trust this guy. going to put a fucking bullet in him and his wife. And you can hear an invisible conversation happening between his wife and him through positioning, which I thought was really good because it was like he got close to the window, so she moved close to the window so he wouldn't take the fucking shot, and that kind of weird like dance that they were doing, and then I like that because it's funny when it was like kind of, oh, we've picked up another kid.
Funny you say that.
Just one, not just one, darling. And it's like kind of, oh, okay, our family's just getting bigger. It's like, well,
but that's a grandkid. That's what's her face's grandkid.
And that's why she was so fucking important. Yeah, and that's why she was so important.
There is a third season. And
yeah.
I saw a podcast between them, and they were talking about the dude that plays Xavier was talking about like the writing for next season, and then he was like, "Oh wow, is that the third season?" I was like, "No, that's just the first episode." It was like, so shit is going to happen.
So I find it. For me, I have done everything I can to avoid theories on this. I watched one theory video on it, and then I went, you know what? I actually really like speculating on this thing. Yeah, because it was like I picked up on the timey-wimey shit long before you did, and I was like, and I was
because I didn't watch it. I went back and watched it, and I was like, I'm so fucking annoyed because if I'd done my usual, I would have seen it.
Yeah, I was so annoyed. Like, how did you not pick up on timey-wimey?
Because I wasn't paying attention. This problem is I'm fucking working, and I'm watching it alongside work. Now I'm sort of like, no, I'm coming back. We're going for a quick lunch. I'm coming back, watching Paradise before I get into work. And tomorrow, oh shit! I'm like, don't talk to me. Paradise is on.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be paying attention. Because I think it's going to be a biggie tomorrow.
I think
they've got to answer some of the questions, and he says that's what he does. He'll post some new ones, but he's got to answer some questions.
And they haven't let us down so far. Yeah. When it
Do
comes
you think
to
we're going to get a reset?
I think it's going to be. I think what they're going to do, they're aiming to do a reset, but certain things have to be in position for the reset to happen. I think what you're seeing when you see those flash forwards is the moment before they go to do the reset, because they've probably figured a way out how to stop the caldera. I bet you any money that the energy drain from this causes the caldera to go off. It fucks with Earth's magnetics and will set the fucking caldera off. And because of that, it went back in time and caused the accident. And your batteries run out in your camera, you bellend.
Yeah, that's unusual.
It was me last week.
Yeah, my power adapter must have fallen out.
He's got to reinsert it into his bottom.
Yeah, I think we should end the show there because that's weird. That shouldn't have happened.
And on that bombshell, it's goodbye from me.
Yeah, sorry about that. And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and I apologise to podcasters who listen to us, especially those guys in Brazil. Three subs, please, from you guys. And we will catch you next week. Bye-bye, Keith.
Bye-bye.